Hello, today is Saturday, September 9th, 2017. I'm Sharon Dingus, and I'm here to share with you another ray of light. I'm coming to you from Acres for Art and Enlightenment, home of AwakeningLight.net and Red Dog Creations Art Studio. Saturday. What was the origin of the name for this day of the week? Many of you, perhaps all of you know, it stands for Saturn's Day, as in the Roman god Saturn. Many of you may also think of, well, gee, curiously, or perhaps not so, that is also the name of one of our planets, one of the two ringed planets in our solar system, Saturn. And the planet Saturn was named after the Roman god Saturn. So based on the qualities of this Roman god is one of the reasons Saturn was named as such. And Saturn is, just for the fun of it, it's in the constellation Sagittarius for a while here. And Saturn is all about karma. And I need to refer to my notes just a little bit here because there were certain things that came to me intuitively, as well as other things that said, yeah, here you go, I'm going to give you a little information, now go dig in it. So excuse me. So the planet Saturn pertains to karma. It pertains to the structure of your life. And the sign of the zodiac, Capricorn, and Saturn are they work with one another. So if you know any Capricorns, you may know they're the ones who really seem to have everything lined up. They're very, how should I say it? Many of the Capricorns that I know they get the job done. They work hard when they need to work hard. Certainly some of them play hard, but they seem to take their work here pretty seriously. And I always enjoy the friends that I have who are Capricorn. They seem to be a very no-nonsense bunch. Doesn't mean they don't have fun, but you also know that when the time comes to get the job done, they're right there with you to get the job done. And oftentimes they're prodding you saying, would you get the job done? And a couple of you come to mind as I think of this. I won't call you out, but I suspect you may know who you are when I say that. So it was interesting today that as soon as I always write down on my notepad the day of the week, the date, things like that. And as soon as I wrote down Saturn, I thought, oh, it's Saturn's Day. That has some relevance to the conversation, as well as the Roman god was associated with agriculture. In Italy, associated with wine. Woohoo, right? Saturday, good day to drink wine on the eve of Saturday and Saturday night as well, if you are a wine drinker, as well as wealth. So Saturn has a very big presence in our life. So for what that's worth, I'm just placing that out there, that Saturn's Day came to mind, and perhaps it's the karmic side of things and the life structure side of things. Why do I say that? Well, again, we have a lot of things going on, so I want to, before I continue here, is extend my prayers to those who were in Harvey's path, who are in Irma's path, who may be in Jose's path, those who are threatened by or in the path of either the fires or the smoke produced by the fires, as well as those affected by the 8+ magnitude earthquake that took place. Karma, life structure. And so as I took a look at today's tarot spread, in the midheavens, we have the 8 of Wands, and it is reversed. And beneath it, so they showed up almost like this. There was a middle card, which I'll show you shortly. So we have the 8 of Wands that was in the midheaven position, so the high noon position. And we have the 8 of Pentacles that was in, I'll say, the midnight position, so the underneath earth position. So let me put them side by side. So that one of the things that I found interesting was they're both 8. and they were opposing each other, and especially the fact, or perhaps opposing is not the right word, mirroring is the word I'm actually going for here. So looking at each other, right? They were in this position, so mirroring each other. And so let's think about some of the things that have gone on. We have had, we have the fires, that some of which were man-made, others of which were started by lightning strikes. So the natural cycle of the earth, right? As much as humans wish we could control things, especially when it comes to our environment, and that's the other big focus of all of today's discussion, is we are the who. That not the rock group, of course some of us might be, think we might be. I think I'm feeling a little silly today. We are that little who that's on the speck of dust in Horton Hears a Who. There can be control over our environment, and the other day I had talked about playing around with cloud control, right, and thinking ahead of what if a group of like-minded folks could control things. Benevolent beings versus malefic as far as environment. So I'm not going to go too far in those weeds. I think I've already gone too far in those weeds. So let's go back to this card. The Eight of Wands, and the way it's depicted here in our environment. We have had lightning strikes that have caused forest fires. We have hurricanes. We have one that's hit land. We have another one who's coming to land this weekend. We have one or two more who are out there who may be hitting land. Actually, anyhow, so we have all of that going on. We had an X-class solar flare take place, and it was a very large one, and my understanding is it's the largest we've had since, I think, 12 years ago. If you'd like to understand more about solar flares and what they mean in your life, I strongly suggest you take a look at the information shared by Jen of PutTheLightHere.com. So Jen, PutTheLightHere.com. She does a wonderful job on Instagram as well as on Facebook of sharing when these events take place, of what they may mean for you, because these solar flares work with the sun's magnetic field, and they affect the Earth's magnetic field. And some of the information I've seen talk about how possibly this solar flare had an effect on that earthquake that took place, and shifting of tectonic plates as associated with that. So when I look at this information, is we have the opposing forces. We have heaven and we have earth. And we, as the little who from Whoville, that on that little speck of dust, we're nothing. We are nothing on the surface of this earth other than having the ability to love our Mother Earth. And one of the reasons I've seen placed out there as far as humans, there are many reasons why we're here. One of which is to be a guardian of Earth and to take care of her. And some people are doing an amazing job. I think of the tree people as part of, from LA. They do an amazing job. There's so many organizations out there that are doing a beautiful job of protecting Mother Earth. And I won't go into it too much today, but think about how are you having an effect on Mother Earth, and whether it's treading lightly, whether it's how you plant trees. Are you doing xeriscaping, where you are planting vegetation that is native to the area, that knows how to survive in that climate, or are you doing a lot of irrigation? The other thing that is going on, and I'll go back again because it was so strong for me as I looked at these two cards, is the opposition. Everything that is happening around us from an atmospheric and an environmental, earth-based, heavens-based perspective is how are we as humans relating to this? And what has been so amazing to see is the unification. I cannot stress that enough, is seeing people come together. It doesn't matter what your ancestry is. It doesn't matter about the color of your skin. It doesn't matter your political affiliation, your religious affiliation, whether you're vegan, vegetarian, paleo. It does not matter. People are coming together. They seem to have forgotten about the differences that were dividing us. So I looked at these two cards, and so the middle card, the Earth card, is the Three of Swords. The Eastern Horizon card, the Rising Sun card, is the Five of Swords. And what came to me, what was sent to me, is these events are showing us that we are indeed all one. We are united. We are tied together, very definitely. So again, if you look at these two cards, right, it's the silk that is the web of life. We are united together. Not one of us stands alone, and not one of us does not have an effect on other people, on the earth. So we can choose, and we are choosing, and this is so exciting, is people are choosing to unify, to unite, to stand together versus being divided. We've been divided for so long due to external forces that we then internalized. Think about that. External forces, external voices that we internalized. That's not who we were. It's not who we are. We are not divided. We are unified. And the devastation and the potential for devastation that comes from these types of events, they're actually uniting us. And what I pray, what I hope, what I wish for, what I ask my team, working with the Earth's team, working with the universe's team, working with everyone's team here, is let's make sure we remain united and use this as our springboard to forget about all that which has gone before, which divided us. We are stronger, we are better, we are more loving, we have our rose-colored glasses. We are united. Every single one of us. And we are united, not just on behalf of ourselves, but on behalf of the earth, on behalf of the universe. And isn't it fun that this Empress card, this tree, this earth, this representation today of Mother Earth, of Gaia, of Pachamama, she also has on her red aura, her red, her pink, her rose-colored glasses of love. Thank you for taking the time to watch. I send you blessings, love, and light, and extra prayers for those who may be in harm's way as you go about your day today.